Good evening and welcome to Spirit Quest with Paul Francis. We're live, proud and peachy on this Thursday night. Spirit Quest is an interactive chat show. That's basically the high and the low of it. It's a chat show where um, I don't control the chat, you do. So it's somewhere where you guys can come to talk about stuff where, obviously, subject matter connected. So basically, what we do is we will chat about Q&A, different people's different points of view on spiritual development, on mediumship, on psychic development, ghost hunting, paranormal, UFO, whatever. And even if you want to talk about movies that pertain to that kind of thing, it's all good. So it's a place where you guys can come and chat to with me, and I kind of host it. In the future to come, we'll have he says, can I get himself comfortable? In the future to come, we will be back in the proper studio, so it will be much more professional. I'll have guests on as we did in the past, and we can then obviously chat about various topics, even topics in advance. People are still asking me about the golden circle, and yes, that's definitely going in. However, a lot of people go, yeah, Paul, love it. Yeah, great, definitely up for that. But no, only 4 people have sent me emails. 4. Okay. It won't go ahead until I have at very minimum 10. Okay. 10. So that's twice as much plus 2. So I need 10 emails. And that reason is that I set an email up on a database, and then I send you one email saying, right, okay, here's instructions, here's information, here's instructions on how and what we're going to be doing, and so on and so forth, what to do, what to be, turn up with, headsets, blah, 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 loads of stuff. So anyway, I'm still planning on going ahead next Tuesday night. However, if I don't have 10 emails, it won't happen. I know you guys want it because you were talking about it in a big, big, big way. I know you want to go ahead because you've told me you want to go ahead. So we can definitely make it happen. I'm kind of in a quandary as to why I've only got 4 emails. So either some people have sent me emails that hasn't come through, which is quite possible, or I haven't received. People don't know where to send emails to. So Lynn's joined us. Christopher James, good evening, Paul. Glad to see you're back. Thank you, Christopher. And Julie Sharp. Evening, Paul. The Fabians, yourself settle in your new home, and Johanna as well. We are, everything's going according to plan. A few hitches as what you expect, but we're all doing good. So it's all tickety boo, So Max Colt has just joined us. Max, good evening. Roseanne, hi Paul, are you doing readings tonight? It's lovely to see you. Roseanne, no, I only do readings on Monday nights. But that being said, if an energy has to come through, it finds a need or desire to come through, I don't say, oh no, I'm only reading on Monday night. I'll pass on the information. That's what we do. But tonight is really more about interaction and teaching you guys about what I do, about how your friends and family in spirit, how they're trying to react with you, how they're trying to interact with you, how you can become that much more compatible with them. So it's all about that. That's what this show is all about. That's why it's called Spirit Quest: The Journey of Life. Now, just want to say to you guys, there are 7 people watching the show at the moment so far. 7 people already come in the door, and yet only 1 person's liked the show. What's going on? Like the show, please. Roseanne and Max, if you can come out of Facebook and come into YouTube, that would be even better. So Roseanne Hodgkinson and Max Cole, come out of Facebook, go over to YouTube. On top of YouTube, just type in Paul Francis Medium. It'll bring you right back to this show, and then you can subscribe. Now, everybody who's already on YouTube and already subscribed, they automatically get sent a link to the show immediately. So make sure you come out of Facebook, Faceache as I like to refer to it, go across to YouTube, Paul Francis Medium in the top search bar. As soon as you come across, you'll come back to the show and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and then definitely click the little bell icon so that you will never miss another show. 10 people already coming into the shows. That's 3 since I was just speaking that line, and yet still only 1 like. Just like Roger, that is real spiritual work, brother. Thank you very much, Christopher. Appreciate it very much. Really appreciate it. Roger, I'm going to assume you mean Roger and Roger and Faye, and their fantastic work. Yes, definitely. I do hope you had a great time with Roger's show last night. Obviously, the time difference is it's late over here for us, but what was I doing last night? Oh yeah, I had private stuff going on that needed to be my attention. Private stuff. And that being said, you know, I really want to focus on the work, but I can't really. I'm giving it 60% because I'm not in my studio and I'm working off of this camera. This camera is a Wi-Fi camera, so it basically sends all of the signals what I'm picking up here to StreamYard. StreamYard then put it all together and send it out. Whereas in the studio, I've got cameras, computers, audio, lighting, the whole lot. There's much more professional show. So can't wait to get back in the studio. Oh, drives me nuts. That's why I can only give it 60% because I can't really get on with doing what I want to do. I was doing some work today on we're putting our own TV station together, and that should be fantastic. That should be absolutely brilliant, and it'll come out in the same places as we're coming out right now, but it's also going to come out in other places as well. And the more I'm not going to say, oh, we're going to be coming here and we're going to be coming there. I'll say that once it's all set up, because everybody's got to, especially me, got to have it saying, right, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, do this, and never get stuff them and done. So I get annoyed. So I won't do it. Okay, I'll put it all together first, do a couple of try runs, and then tell everybody. So if you're coming into the show tonight, make sure you hit that like button, especially if you're on YouTube. Hit the like button, and don't forget to share the show. Get it out there with your friends and family. Listen, Roger and I give up our time every single week, week in, week out. We give our time to work for you guys and give you help and give you advice, give you reads and messages. The very least you can do for us is share the show. Very least. Okay? Put a little bit of effort in. Make it a two-way thing, okay? Share the show. Get it out there with your friends and family. Get it in with your groups. Get people to come in. In fact, on Monday night, I offered a scenario where I said, right, listen, if you bring 10 people into the show and they subscribe, I'll give you a free 15-minute reading, free of charge, one-to-one, private, away from all of this, and we'll do it privately. So if you get out, all you got to do is get 10 people to come in and watch the show, subscribe to the show, hit the like button, free. What? Bit of effort. That's all it is. Becky Rowe, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Becky, come out of Facebook, go into YouTube. Much, much stabler. Far more stable than Faceache. Faceache is just getting worse and worse and worse. And I'm watching things that are happening to poor people. Every single week, without fail, we get some asswipe jumping in who are absolute liars, pretending to be psychics, trying to get you guys to go to their Facebook page or LinkedIn or something like that, and all they're trying to do is get in a way to link in to your private data. So nobody on my pages, on my Facebook pages, on any of my social media pages of of all of them, nobody is on there advertising without my okay, and I don't give my okay. Alrighty, so if you've heard something or read something as directed by Paul Francis, it wasn't, because I don't do that. Okay. How lovely again. Good to see you, Bex. Thanks very much for being here. Once again, it's probably better if you come over to YouTube. Water, because I'm on a health kick. Would like to know how my loved ones would like to know how my loved ones. Did you not get the chance to finish that, Roseanne? How your loved ones what, darling? Happy to answer that question for you, but you know, which way do you want to go? There's several ways I can finish that sentence off. So, would like to know how my loved ones are. Which loved ones? Your loved ones here on the earth plane, your loved ones in spirit. But happy to help you, darling. Just finish off with whatever way you want that question to go. And the rest of you, I watched a movie yesterday, and it was now the guy who's in it, and I've forgotten his name, and I apologize. He's a Hispanic Mexican actor, brilliant actor, and he's in all the Ant-Man films. He's Ant-Man's best buddy. You know, he's got that Mexican, when somebody asks him a question, he goes right into all of the ins and outs of the question. You know, it's that guy. Anyway, he started a movie yesterday called A Million Miles. Was it A Million Miles or Reach for the Stars? Something like that. A Million Miles or Reach for the Stars. And it's a true story about the very first Mexican American astronaut. What a brilliant film! What an absolutely brilliant film! It's on Netflix at the minute. I really, really urge you to watch. It's gone into my top 10 all-time ever favorite movies, and I've forgotten the damn name of it. But I watched it the first time last night, so I'll watch it again. I tend to watch my favorite films a lot, and it's a brilliant, brilliant movie about the struggles of this chap who was a migrant, worked in the fields picking grapes, and ended up traveling into space on the spaceship Challenger. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Catherine Johnson, good evening to you. Welcome to the show. Good to see you. Thank you for the messages last week, Paul. So accurate, spot on with everything. Julie, I really appreciate you saying that. I really, really do. Thank you very, very much. I do hope it brings you comfort. It brings you help in some direction, and that's what it's all about. And thank you for taking the time out to come and let us know. It really helps. It helps myself. I'm sure it helps Roger when people like your good self come back and say, "Hey, listen, thank you." I get a lot of private messages telling me that, but it's lovely to see live on a chat show like this. Appreciate it. So if you've got any questions for me tonight, please do share them with me. And don't forget, make sure you all hit that like button. Hit that like button. Don't forget, hit the like button. Watch the show to the end of obviously to the end. Share it, but really important. It's really important to us. Oh my goodness. Hit that like button and get it out there. So Roseanne says, "Hi Paul, would like to know if my loved ones have got a message for me. Thank you. Like the show, lovely to see. Hope Ireland win the rugby from Ireland. Oh, you come from County Mayo. Like I said at the beginning of the show, Roseanne, I don't do readings on a Thursday night. Thursday nights, it's a chat show. Okay. If an energy comes through, I'll share it with you. I will definitely share it with you, but I don't do reads specifically, you know. But I don't close myself down to reads either. I am going to tell you something that'll probably blow your mind. I don't like rugby. I don't. I can't. I don't follow it. I don't. I don't understand it. I don't. It's an extremely popular game worldwide. I mean, popular. I mean, close to soccer. You know, um, it's just not something that it doesn't. I don't see the point. If you love rugby, brilliant. I'm glad you do. Me personally, I am a motorsport fan. I'm a big fan of Formula One. I'm also a big fan of like motorcycle racing, things of that nature. I am a Need for Speed. I get my kicks out of flying. I love flying. I love power boats, motorboats. I like power. I am my absolute total and utter peace. I mean, utter peace when I'm flying. When I'm flying, um, you know, I don't find flying any more difficult than I do driving a car. Okay, I love driving my cars. I love flying. I love being out on. But here's the weird thing about it is I don't like being on the ocean out of the sight of land. That scares me. I feel very isolated. I don't like that. If as long as I can see land, I can be on the ocean. I'm quite happy. As long as I can see land. If I can't see it, I get really antsy and I want to be off the boat. So how about drag racing? Yeah, anything with high power and speed. I love all that stuff. You know, I really am a big fan of that kind of stuff. I'm a massive Formula One fan. I try not to miss any races. I usually don't. If I miss the race on live, I'll usually watch it again and catch up. But as for football and rugby, no, good, great team sports. Fun brings billions of people together around the globe. So kudos for that. It's just not my cup of tea. That's all. And you know, weirdly enough, I enjoy a game of golf. I enjoy a game of golf. They call golf the game of life because you treat the game as you treat life. You know, with respect and focus, and you'll end up. You know, the ball will go where you need it to go, but as long as you take the time and focus, and off you go. I love scuba swimming. I love all that. Um, Fishing, yeah. Christopher says I can see you fishing. Yeah, I like fishing. Oh, sorry, Becky said I see you fishing. A big pardon, Becky. Yes, yeah, I like fishing. Yeah, it's peaceful. Love it. Love being. I love canoeing. I love all that kind of stuff. And I need to be constant. I can't lie on the beach, for an example. Even though I live by the ocean, I live by the ocean, and but I can't lie on the beach. I can go to the beach as long as I'm doing something. If I'm surfing, if I'm swimming, if I'm walking with the dogs, if I'm fishing, as long as I'm doing something, um, it's kind of cool. I'm kind of good. But the movement and the energy of the ocean is what I connect to. So I can sit, you know, on a rock and just let the ocean just lapping up on the beach, and I am gone. I am in the universe. That I really connect that way. Yep. So on that front, yeah. See, the energies of the earth have a very strong. But they're constant. See, it's constant. The energy of the earth is constant. It's like, for an example, when you see someone who works with wood, they don't just go up and pick it up and do stuff with it. They pick it up and they caress it. They tend to put their hand on it because they know it's a living energy, you know? And that energy where it came up with the tree is still present. Okay. It's still connected. So my mom used to say to me, and when you're sculpting, when you're working, you take away the bits that are not supposed to be there. So you see what you want to see within, like, for example, she was amazing with driftwoods and stuff like that. Very artistic. And she'd say to me, look at that driftwood and tell me what you see. And I would see like lions and she'd go, yeah. So you take away the bits that are not a lion and you're left with the lion. So she'd kind of do it that way. So when I'm teaching people to connect with their loved ones in spirit, I just say you take away the bits that are not connected to you or your loved ones. So when you're thinking about the shopping, you're thinking about the washing, you're thinking about what you got to do later, you take all that stuff away. Then you're left with who you are and your loved ones, and that connection becomes unbreakable. Brilliant. Salt water is the best. So they say. I, with love and respect and honor, Bex, I get the same amount of energy with babbling brooks and rivers, especially rivers that've got noise. If you got a big river and it's just floating past, quiet, lovely, beautiful. But if I've got a babbling brook, oh my gosh, boom, gone. I'm poof. So babbling brooks and things like that gets me going. And I'm just, see, if I'm sitting in the stars, sitting outside in the dark and the stars are out, there's a beautiful blanket of stars above, and I've got a babbling brook or I can hear water trickling, amazing. Energies are just nuts. Just whoosh, brilliant. Anne Marie, good evening. Welcome to the show. Shanti, welcome to the show. Good to see you. You love the vibes of the ocean too. Yeah, absolutely. Just the energies are just fantastic. Just bigger fish. Well, yeah, you don't often get fish in rivers that can eat you and flip your boat over and stuff like that. Whales. But anyway, so the heart of the ocean, the killer whale, the heart of the ocean. Becky said, hi Lorraine Chard, welcome to the show. Can't wait to put my feet on the beach and see. Always dream going back. I do have some salts and Himalayan salts and bath. Yeah. Can imagine that working. Absolutely. I can imagine it working. I can sit in a what do you call those things? Jacuzzi. I can sit in a jacuzzi and just I can actually really, really come down in a jacuzzi, bubbling sounds and water massage and all that. Yeah. And if I'm having a shower, the shower has to be strong enough to really pound. I can't stand those useless trickly showers. Oh my god, what's the point? I'll have to check it out, says Anna Marie. Yeah, check it all out. Make it happen, Gavin. So anyway, basically, I wanted to. There's messages and there's love and there's energy in multiples and multiples of things, but the movie that I watched, and I'm really racking my brain to remember what it was called. I think it was Reach for the Stars. I'm pretty confident it was Reach for the Stars or A Million Miles Away. It could have been A Million Miles Away. But it stars this Mexican American actor. He's brilliant. Like I say, he's Ant-Man's right hand man in the movies. The Mexican guy who chats a lot. Called bro and hey bro. It stars him, and he plays the very first ever Mexican American astronaut. It is just fantastic, a brilliant film. Christopher James says, have you ever played golf on old St Andrews golf course? No, I haven't, but I have played in Glen Eagles. I've played in Glen Eagles, and I've played quite a few courses here in the Southwest. I've played some courses in the southeast, North Cornwall, which are big courses. I played Glen Eagles, which is the very famous course, and of course in Ireland, played Irish courses. I quite enjoy it. It's some people say golf destroys a good walk, but when you're playing with your pals and everybody's having a lot of fun, and they're not, we're not. The score isn't serious. Everybody loves to win, but if you're playing with your pals, you're having a good crack. We always look forward to the 19th hole, and it's all about that. It's all about enjoyment, spending time with the people you love to be around. But I have played in Glen Eagles, so that was something else. That was something else. That was ridiculously expensive, stupidly expensive. I thought you were a golfer. You're a golf orphan. Oh, bless you, Sean. Bless you. Um, it's a really great thing to take something like that up, even if you don't even go play golf on on a course. But if you go out with your family and you just go to a driving range, you'll have such a ball. You'll have such a laugh. And you know what? It's good exercise as well. It's not exercise that's overstraining on your body. It's good exercise, and you could just have a giggle with your pals, with your family. Go with your husband, your wife. Excuse me, with your husband and your wife and the kids, and just go and whack a few balls and have a bit of fun. It does so much for you. It settles your mind, your body, and your soul, and the energy between yourself and your family just gets stronger and clearer. And even if you're frustrated, for example, if there's a day that things aren't going well and you're frustrated, best place to do it is take it out in the driving range, whack the living life out of the balls, and just get rid of the anger, get rid of the stress, and you'll be able to come back to your family cleansed. Good idea. Give it a go. You can't go wrong. Even to go as far as to play a little bit of pitch and putt, with your family, that crazy golf even. It's Do you know what? What can you lose? You can't lose anything other than a few laughs. Good fun. Motorcycling now, that's different. I played. I love riding motorcycles off road. Now you can set me up on a big course, a 50, 60 mile course, and just let me go, and I'll ride, motorcycle. And the speed isn't a part of that. It's the control of the bike of over mountains and over jumps and rivers and all that kind of stuff. I can I can really lose myself in that as well. I used to meditate by getting on my bike in Ireland and just ride for hours. Not speed, off-road riding. Brilliant. Um, Becky says my pups play golf with his friends. Um, they had a stroke in June and he's back playing for the first time in 2 weeks. And I tell you what, Becky, I'll bet you he's happy. I'll bet you anything he's happy to be back out there with his pals. I mean, the fact that he's able to whack a ball, that will just make him feel so, so well. But the fact he's out and enjoying that with his pals again, immeasurable. Immeasurable. I'm sure, Paul, it's known in the States as the honest man's sport. Crikey. Clearly haven't been playing golf with some of the guys I know. If you've ever watched the movie Goldfinger, the James Bond film Goldfinger, and they're playing golf and he's going oh, I found my ball, I found my ball. And the guy goes, no, he hasn't. He says, how do you know he hasn't? He goes, I'm standing on it. A lot of that goes on. So, yeah. So I started off the show tonight by having a quick chat about the Golden Circle. If you are, if you want to be a part of the Golden Circle, then you need to email me, and you need to email me on paul@paulfrancis111.com. So paul@paulfrancis111.com. Now, if you lose that connection, you've forgotten the name, the email address, just go to my website because all the links are in there. And the website is paulfrancis111.com. So it's that easy. Mackie says he's in Cornwall with my brother. A week's that's where I am. I'm in Cornwall back, so you should have come down. The only exception is Trump. Ooh, I'm not getting embroiled in politics. I'm not getting embroiled. I have several pals who are total and utter anti-Trump. Yet I have a few pals who are absolute Trump fans. So it's funny being Irish to listen to both points, both points of view, and it's just interesting. Maria Spacchifiori Can you see my messages? Well, I can see this one. Didn't see any others. This one I can see. But it's probably because you're not on YouTube. Go over to YouTube and talk to me. I haven't seen any messages from you. Apart from this one. Can you see my messages? Where are we? Oh, I was going to say what's it like outside, but it's literally what you're seeing over my shoulder here is the color of the sky outside. Dark purplish bluish color. Finally, yeah, I can't ever tell which one I'm on. You're on Facebook. The big F gives it a clue there. But I'm watching on TV. Yeah, well, I'm famous, you see. That's why. Multiple reasons for fame. The only reason I want to be famous is I can bring my messages to more people. The only reason. I'm not after it for any other reason. I didn't. Sorry, I didn't go after it for any other reason. I didn't want to become famous to be famous and go, hey, hi, look at me. Sometimes it has a lot of positives, but sometimes it has its negatives. Derek Accord sat me down one night. We were sitting in his house, but he said, Paul, you're one of the fastest rising stars in the UK. And I said, thanks very much. He said, the further up the chain you go, and you are going to the top, he said, the bigger the target on your back. Just be aware of that. And he was right. People love to take a pop at you. I don't understand why. I don't understand jealousy. I think, why would you want to be jealous of somebody? Why don't you just get motivated by somebody? If you see somebody achieve, why doesn't that motivate you to achieve? That's what it did to me. I just watched somebody, when I was trying to figure out what the heck was going on with my life. Why was I was gifted in the field of catering as a chef, and I studied and learned from all the top guys, but my mind wasn't there. And then I went into the music business and I shot through that, and I got to the point where I went, yeah, I'm supposed to be doing something else, until I eventually clicked here, and then I just went kaboom. This is where you're supposed to be. I was like, oh my gosh. So I put all my efforts that I'd put into everything else into what I do here, up through the ranks. But instead of looking at other people going, and pulling them down, I just watched what they did and tried to improve on it. So why don't you get motivated by somebody who is doing well rather than demotivated? I just don't get that. I don't understand that. Jealousy is just a stupid emotion. That's all it is. It doesn't do you any good. What good does jealousy do you other than makes you feel worse? So my daughter Jenny has been trying to get hold of you. I think Jenny did speak to me 4 or 5 days ago, actually. So I don't understand jealous people either. I was married to one many moons ago, but that's over and past, and I don't look behind me. So um, Maria says it doesn't show an F, it just tells me your life. How do you know my life? Because others want to be you but don't want to work for it. Well, you have to work for it. You can't just demand respect. You have to work at it. Respect is one thing that you can't just go, you will respect me, because people will go, why? You geek? Maria, I mean, come on. Really? I'm not a geek. For God's sake, I can hardly use, I mean, I can fly airplanes and helicopters, and then I can drive cars, and I can run a recording studio, work out my damn phone. So that definitely doesn't make me a geek. Michael Pina, A Million Miles Away, says, I'm right. That's the one, A Million Miles Away. Brilliant movie. Brilliant film. Please watch it. It is amazing. And I sent him a message last night saying, If you don't get an Oscar for this, then there's no justice in the world. It's an amazing film. Yeah, you got to work at everything. There's Sue Vinicum, little Sue's in the house. Are we all the way up in Manchester? Have we got to Manchester yet? So good to see you. Welcome to the show. Lovely to see you. In fact, thank you for being here. I know OTF stands for rolling on the floor, but you could also say run out the freaking room. Geek? No, I've never been called a geek in my life. Jeez, I'm definitely not a geek. Technology, certain technologies, obviously, I enjoy. But most, I'm not one of these people that goes, "Oh, yes, I use a such and such a drive in my computer, and I use this and I use that." I really don't care as long as the damn thing works. That's all I'm interested in. So only 4 people have liked the show tonight. That's not really on. It's an American slang. I hate to break it to you, young Maria Sparkafiore, but it's not an Americanism at all. Rolling on the floor laughing has been in the Europe zillion years before it got to America. I don't know what that means, but anyway. So, you guys, we've used up a half hour of the show already, and all I've managed to do is talk about. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I'm talking about the Golden Circle, and of course talking about the movie. I highly, highly recommend you guys watch that film. All right. Becky says, "I love your energy." Thank you, Becky. That's very kind of you to say, and it's uplifting. I have 9 likes from 10 people. I have 11 people and 4 likes. So I don't know. Maybe it's the StreamYard thing. Julie Sharp says, "Oh my God, I can't even phone properly." I know what you feel. I had to give my phone to my wife to set up. I had to give it over to her. Can you set that up for me? It's driving me nuts. Or I give it to my daughter. Hey, listen, how do you do this? How do you do that? It's the modern it's the modern social media. Maya will say, "Hey, Dad, have you got a page on da 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 da?" And I'm like, "What the hell is that?" "Oh, you need to have a page on such and such, or you need to be doing this." Oh, I'll set it for you. Give it to me. You know, see, kids. Let me just say something. When I say kids, I'm talking to those who are 30 and below. Back in our day, we didn't even have damn phones. Okay, but I can go right back to say that we were one of only 2 families in the street that had a house phone. Okay, we didn't have phones. We didn't need phones. We did this weird thing called communicating. Okay, we actually spoke to each other. And the kids to these days, they can't even ask a girl out without having to text her first. And we did it. We did this weird thing, like going up there and go, "Hi, how are you? My name is Paul, and you are." "Oh, that's a weird name. Go away, you git. That's a weird name." Technically inclined, says Christopher. I like that. My screen shows one person here. I think it has to be wrong. Oh no, there are many, many people watching, Maria. That one person is probably you. Nearly forgot, but here now. Julia says, "Hey, thanks for being here, Jules. Appreciate it. No more human interaction in this world. There's very, very little human interaction in this world. That's why I love doing live shows. I love doing theaters. I love being on stage. I love the interaction with an audience. A few people have asked me to do shows recently, and a few people have asked me to do private group sessions. So I've I've said yeah, but in a little while, once I've got settled in. But I've got a lot of stuff happening at the moment that really needs my focus, and and I have to be 100% focused on it, because if I don't and it goes wrong, this could end up in I could end up in a world of hurt. So anyway, I need to focus. Human interaction is it's like one of the things that I used to tell. Well, I still do. I still tell people to do on a regular basis is do something that will make somebody else's life better for that day. Like something very, very simple, like opening a door for somebody. There you go. And people look at you and they go, "Thank you very much." You go, "You're very welcome." You know, somebody drops something on the floor, pick it up, and here you go. And they go, "Oh, thank you." You know, or you're driving in your car, someone's trying to get out, and you just let them in, and they go, "Oh, wow, thanks. You're welcome." Because then you've done something positive for them. It's like a smile. You smile at somebody, 90% of the time they'll smile back at you, or they'll start smiling. If you do something positive for somebody, there's a really, really almost 99% chance they will react by doing something positive for somebody else. There is that 1% though, who are selfish people who just have no idea how the world works, and will 99% of their time spend it on themselves. What can you do other than teach them? Nothing better than to be on stage in a theater. Yeah, I mean, when I say that, I mean that in what I do, my shows. When I'm doing when I do Spirit Quest or Reach Across Live on stage, I love that, because I get the energy to work with in the audience. But like you guys here, all you know, they're all wishing that they can get a read. Um, I prefer it, to be honest with you, because the reactions are like that. Whereas if I'm doing reads on here, I gotta wait for your reaction to come back. So I tend to find myself not listening to you guys. I gotta just keep listening here, because the reaction, I could be doing a read for somebody and they could be the other side of the world. So that time has to go. Whereas I'm on stage, if I go, I got this name, would you understand? They're going, yeah, no, I don't understand that. Okay, no, I'll work till I get it lined in. I've reached 10 on your end, Christopher. That sounds very painful. It's saying on mine 13, so that's cool. Oh, liked and shared again, says Becky Rowe. Thank you very much, Becky. Hey ho, oh hey. Um, right, let's get this rolling. Have you guys got any questions for me tonight? Any questions that I can work? Oh, he says turning off the light. Look at that. I've got a touch sensitive light. Like, I'll just. It's a touch that you just touch the bottom of the light, and it goes on or off. And sometimes if I graze my hand against it, it'll turn itself off. So it's funny. Um, so you guys got any questions for me tonight? There was a couple of people who's asking me for reads, and I don't like to be rude to people, but I did say at the beginning of the show I don't do reads on a Thursday night. It's about interaction, and I really don't like anything for me. Oh God, let's not go in there, because I'll get angry and I'll get annoyed, and I'm not going to do that, because getting annoyed and angry only lets me down. So I'm not going to do that. But I love for you guys coming on my shows. Love it, absolutely love it. Just don't ever write anything for me, because I'll just ignore it, because it means you don't have any need or want or desire to put any energy into what's going on. So it's one-sided. So um, it's one-sided. Try having a conversation, one-sided conversation. Try have that. You can't. So if you're not interested in putting energy into something, it's one-sided. Okay, you got to put the energy in, and the other side put the energy in, and we get balance, and that balance forms that. Becky says, I would connect with you. Well, Becky, you connect with me anytime you want, my love. Anytime you wish. Anne Marie says, I want to sign up for the Golden Circle. Okay, Anne Marie, absolutely. And you'd be welcome. So send me an email to paul@paulfrancis111.com. So Paul, and then the little @ sign, paulfrancis111.com. So send me an email saying, hey, hi Paul, would like to be part of the Golden Circle. And then we'll make it happen. Whatever you're feeling from your gut will simply be fine. Well, I tell people, Christopher, to trust your gut instincts. Trust them. The more you learn to trust your gut instincts, the better it becomes, the more formidable it becomes. I would like you as a friend. Well, Becky, you've got me as a friend. There you go. And I'm very, very glad to have made a new friend. Welcome to the show. Sue says, I've got to go now as my family made a meal. Oh, get in there. Go on. Spend that time with your family, Sue. That's what it's all about. Thank you for taking that time and coming and speaking with us tonight. I really appreciate that. And I know you've had a long, long, long trip today. So I'm glad you're there safe. It's family time. That comes first. That comes first and foremost. Enjoy it, and we'll talk later. You have a great night. Enjoy your meal. I'm waiting to help Jenny with get a private read. She can't afford on her own, and now how can I help her get one? Well, it's more of a try and getting a time with me. So it's setting up days and dates. And now because you guys are in the United States, we'll have to fix up time because the time difference is about 6 hours, I think. So it's more of setting up days, dates, and times. So if you guys send me a whole pile of days on dates and times, then I will try and look at my schedule or schedule, whatever way you guys said, and find out one that matches, and then we'll book it in, and then off we go from there. All right, then. All right. Just seeing orbs now, says Bex. Were around you or around me? If you were seeing orbs around me, I can completely concur. Both my daughters. Now this house is it's a kind of a cool house. It's big. It's very, very big. It's got 6 bedrooms, but only 3 bedrooms are upstairs. The other 1, 2, actually there's 7. Well, 6 bedrooms and a nursery. This is the nursery. I'm in the nursery. Okay, because it's small and it's compact. But there's no babies, so it's now the office. So there are 2 bedrooms up here, and the other 4 bedrooms are downstairs. So we all sleep downstairs, except for Maya. So Maya comes up here, and I saw her going into Faith's room downstairs. And I said, "What are you doing?" She goes, "I'm staying down here." I said, "Why? Why are you staying down there?" And she said, "I could hear this." What do you mean? She said, "I could hear this like little footsteps going around the room in the middle of the night last night." So I'm kind of like staying downstairs tonight. So I was like, "All right, okay." So I went into her room in the middle of the night about 4 or 5 nights ago, and I did record some weird orb activity. And I also recorded something really freaky. I was about 3:45 in the morning, and I got up as men of my age do, and you tend to visit the bathroom on a fairly regular basis. And I remember going down to the bathroom, and then I thought to myself, I feel like I'm being watched. I mean, properly. You know that somebody's watching you feel, and it woke me up. So I went back into my bedroom, tried not to disturb Johanna, picked up my mobile phone, and I put it onto camera mode and started filming. And sure enough, I got orbs all over the place. Then I started taking some still shots. So I thought, I'll check the still shots out in the morning because I'm going back to bed. 3:45 in the morning. So fair enough, I got up the following morning, and when you've done paranormal investigations, you start to know where to look and start to automatically see anomalies in pictures that most people would just not look. Because what I tend to do is I go, there you go, have a look at that picture and tell me what you see. And usually people go, I don't see anything. I say, you sure? Look closely. No. So I zoom right in like that, and I went. So they were, because they're too busy looking around the room, and I draw their attention to the window, and there were two sets of eyes looking in the window. And somebody said, well, that could be two people outside. The windows are 9 feet off the ground, maybe 10 feet off the ground. So those two people would need to be 11 foot tall. And they were like, my God. And so had two sets of eyes looking in through the windows. Really cool. And of course, Johanna wouldn't sleep in that room. uh, anyway, Emma Allen. Hey, Emma, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for being on the show. Appreciate it. So we are 22 minutes past 8. Already used up 4/5 of the show. So if you've got any questions, in the corner of your eye. What about the corner of my eye? So if you tell anything behind me, let me know. Because there is energies up here. Oh yeah, I never finished the other bit. So Maya told me she could hear pitter patter of feet. And then Madison, my other daughter, Maya's older sister, she's 22 years old, so she came up to stay over. And she came down the following morning and she goes, Dad. I said, yeah. She goes, this damn house is haunted. I was like, what? She was like, come blooming sleep in that room last night. She was, the bed was lush, but the room is bloody talking to me. And I was like, okay. So she couldn't sleep in the room last night. Kind of weird. But and then she hasn't come back to the house since, weirdly. So I I I laugh at them, because I tell them, I reiterate what my grandmother said to me. My grandmother said to me, "It's not the dead you want to be frightened of, son. It's the living. Okay, the dead can't hurt, but the living, they got much more of an option." So I never that I can hear my grandmother's voice when I'm going to do work. When I'm going to do work, whether it be on stage work, what I do, or private work, or what I do, or if I'm going to do paranormal investigations, I hear my grandmother's voice going, "It's not the dead you need to be frightened of, son. It's the living." And I've never forget it. So, and that my parents, my mum and dad, my absolutely sacred, loving mum and dad are both in spirit, and I know they'll look out for me. So I don't have many fears really. I don't. I know them. If anything jumped out at me, they're gonna have to get past my mom. Good luck, you know. Even Satan wouldn't bother trying there. So, right, listen, guys, come on. We're running out of time rapidly here. We're 53 minutes in of the show, and I've got very, very little time to answer your questions. Come on, get the questions going. Let's go. My mom always said, and Nan always said, that's his Jules. Yeah. Christopher James is going, bloody hell. That's what Maddie said. This bloody house is haunted. Bless her heart. She's standing behind you, so is she? I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if I don't get the back of her hand across the back of my head. Very often I got that. I remember, oh, see, my father was, my dad, very, very, laser focused. That's where I get my focus from. From him, he laser focused. He was an athlete and a top athlete, and he could run a marathon and the same speed and times as Linford Christie. That's how good he was. Okay. But he was very old school in his thinking. So I had gone to college and university, studied business and catering and all that kind of stuff. So when I stepped out of that world into the world of entertainment and music, he just could not get it. It wouldn't compute for him. He'd be like, what in God's name has taken you to step out of a career that you've been so successful in to go into bloody singing? What the hell's that all about? And he could never grasp it, you know, until my brother said to him, Dad, do you have any clue how much money he earns? And my dad said, no. So my brother told him, he went, what? For singing? Yeah. And he earns that an hour. So there was like, that kind of switched him back a wee bit. He wasn't worried about really the choices I was making. He was worried about whether or not I'd be a very stable and good provider for my family, ultimately his family. But I was, so he could never get it. But I remember the first time that I was going to train. I was going off to train my mediumship skills to become a medium. And I had to ring up, and I was like, I could not remember. I could not figure out how I was going to tell my mom. You know, my parents were very religious. There's my uncle is a bishop. So I remember thinking when I was chatting to my mom, I remember thinking, oh my gosh, this must be what it feels like when you go on to tell your parents that you're gay, coming out. And I was like, wow, it's this hard, you know? So I said to mom, hey mom, do you know what a psychic is? She goes, yeah, yeah, yeah. I said, really? She goes, oh yeah. There's lots of them right here. What? She goes, yeah, oh yeah. Psychic. She goes, oh, there's a lady used to come to your grandmother's house with do the tea leaves reading. And then I remember going, oh yeah, I remember hearing about that tea leaf reading. And then and I said, mediumship. She goes, yeah, there's a few around here. She goes, not very good ones, but there's a few, you know. And I said, I'm going to train to be a medium. And I was waiting for her to scream down the phone, what? And she went, yeah, it's about time. What? She goes, you've always had that gift, son. It's about time. And I really was not expecting that. So in sort of umbrance, and off I went and got myself one of the, if not the best teacher, and trained for 3 or 4 years really before when I started doing what I do. Need some good vibes sending my way. I missed what that says. Need some good vibes sending my way, especially at the moment. Major life changes are going to happen directly. Emma, how many times have I taught you that the vibrations that are around you are created by you and attracted to you by you? Okay, you draw to yourself the energy and the good energy, okay, or you repel the good energy and you draw the negative. So you change your own mind thinking, you change how you think, you change your perspective as in being to going from, oh, I need help, to I am going to be fantastic, I am going to be absolutely great, everything is going to work out exactly how I want it to be, and you don't deviate from that. Then you'll start attracting to you that kind of vibration. But while you're convincing yourself you need help, then you're convincing yourself you're not strong enough to already get it. So change your own vibrations by changing your mind and your heart and your energy. All right. Anne Marie says, I'm back. According according to Yit 7 likes, I've got 4 on mine. There you go. Bless you, says Becky. Oh, I missed something there. What Christopher James said. Our Jacksonville Jaguars football team is traveling all over the pond and hopefully beat the Atlanta Falcons in Wembley Stadium this Sunday. Good luck to that. Tia, hey Paul, hope you're okay. Tia, I'm great. Thank you for being here. I hope you're well. It's a mindset, says Becky. Totally. I know it's difficult. It's not. It's not. It's not difficult at all. No, changing your mindset is not difficult. We have a negative mindset because that's how we're trained. We human beings automate towards negative, and the reason why we automate towards negative is because it's easier. Okay, so it's as easy to change your mind and to be a positive thinker as it is to as it is to be a negative thinker. You're a negative thinker because you're automatically a negative thinker and trained that way. Don't do this, be careful, be this, blah, 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 blah. So you all the way through your life you've been told, don't do this, or this will happen, or you'll get a slap, or you'll get a negative, or you get a negative and a negative. So you're automatically trained. Now the reason we're automatically trained is genuinely for the foremost to protect us. You know, be aware of strangers. Yeah, but what is a stranger? A stranger is a friend you haven't met yet. Okay, change your mindset, change how you think. Decide you're not going to have guilt in your life anymore, because that is the biggest ball ache of all. Get rid of guilt out of your life. You don't need it. Get rid of everything in your life that doesn't serve you. Okay, if it doesn't serve you, get rid of it. You don't need it. Get rid of the idiots in your life that use the yeah, but. Yeah, but. Get them out of your life. You don't need them. All right. Get your mindset on what it is you want, where you want to be, and how you're going to get there. And don't deviate. Doesn't Other people's points of view doesn't matter. Okay, your point of view matters. Alrighty. I remember what I actually I remember. I've got a memory like an elephant. I remember being in primary four. I don't know what the equivalent of that is in the United States, but when you start from kindergarten and you go into the first class at school, whatever that year is in American, but the fourth year in, okay, so primary, we call it primary four. I remember having to write they wanted you to go away and write what you're going to be in your future. And I wrote, I really would love to want to be a pilot and an astronaut. I wanted to be, and then I remember being ridiculed in that class by the teacher's nephew, who I like to call asshole. His name was Andrew, but it was pronounced asshole because he thought he could knew everything, and he said there will never be anything after the Apollo missions go into space. Well, asshole, if you're watching, you were wrong. And I am a pilot, so you were wrong about that too. But what I always remembered is you can really influence a child by really being negative, or you can influence a child by really being positive. So when my children were born, Rosie and Brandon, I would come home at night, or if I was already in bed at home, sorry, I would put them to bed. I would let them sleep, and I'd walk up and I'd put my hand on their side of their beds, their little bunk beds, and lying like that, and I just whisper in their ears, "You are fantastic. You are brilliant. You are absolutely amazing, and you can be anything you want to be. You will be the best at what you are. Anything you want to be, you're going to be the best at." And I said that to him every night while they were asleep. So I was building them up with positive reinforcement. And I said to my children, while they were awake, of course, I said to them, listen, I don't mind, I don't care what you want to be, whatever it is. If you want to be a bin man, if you want to take a trash collector, that's what really, really makes you happy, then you have my vote. I will be with you. Just be the best what you want to be. Whatever it is you want to be the best at it. And only choose a career that's going to bring you happiness, because you don't have to work. You'll never work at something you love because you don't have to. You do it because of the willingness, the want, the desire, because it makes you even happier. And both my kids are super successful, and my other two kids are going through college. So it works. Positive reinforcement works. Okay, just don't deviate from it. Know what it is, what you want to do, where you want to be and how you're going to get there, and don't deviate. That's funny, Becky. So am I. That's weird. My baby, she's 16 and Faith's 19. Then I got Maddie at 22. I got Brandon at 27 and Rosie 29, I think, something like that. And Rosie's now the chief nurse in the pediatrics unit at Bristol, and Brandon has bachelor's degree with honors in business. So, do your kids ever ask about reads or their friends? No, they don't. They're very interested in what I do. In fact, there's a lot of films where you see my children handing the microphones to the audience. That's my kids. Fourth grade. Well, at fourth grade, I can remember right back to fourth grade. Now I'm on my own, still getting attacked from an ex and using his ways of child benefits. Let me read that again. Now I'm on my own, but still getting attacked from ex and using his ways of child benefits. Becky, my darling, I really believe that you need to get the authorities involved because it's now illegal. It's now classed as bullying, and you need to get rid of him. Well, I've got 4 children, Christopher, and I've got a child, Johanna, my wife, brought in. I've got 4 of my own, and Johanna brought in 3. But only one under the age of 18. So I've only got one child, really. Technically speaking, I've only got one child. All the rest are adults. And most of them, except for 2, are living in their own homes and in their own lives. And Jenny Spacchifiore, hey, Paul. I'm assuming that's how you're sounding. In my mind, that's what your voice sounds like. Hey, Paul. 5 beautiful children dealing with a narcissist ex for government money. Trust. Right, it's coming all the way down. Technically 7. Technically speaking, yeah, 7. But no, technically, Christopher, only 1, because I've only got 1 under the age of 18 years old. So I've only got 1. And that's my baby, Maya. And she's now in college. She's here in California right now. She drove in with my grandson late last night. Well, give her a break. Have a rest, Jenny. Take some time, get some of that Californian sunshine and go and pick some grapes and chill out, baby. Let it go. Chill out. And follow my show. Keep following my show. And then bug your mom. That's what moms are for. When you go home, bug her. Make her the babysitter. Bug the life out of her. And this is where us parents get our own back on you guys. Okay? So I can't wait to be a grandfather. I really can't wait. I'm going to be a cool granddad. I'm going to take my children flying. I'm going to take them out on yachts. Just before I give them back to their mom, I'm going to fill them full of sugar. Come back and see Grandpa soon. Go to your mom. Yeah. And I can hear a phone call coming from my daughter. Dad, did you give him ice cream again? No. Yeah. I love my little bun, says Maria. He's amazing and so smart. Well, clearly he takes after Jenny's side of the family. Grandchildren are the best. I can't wait. Oh, I will spoil my grandchildren. Deservedly so. Deservedly so. Guys, I have 5 minutes left. You guys got any questions? Because I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? I gotta use my Americanisms, right? I gotta go. Hang out with a family. My buddy Pete, I could just listen to Pete all the time. He's a New Yorker, and he sounds like he just comes straight out of a gangster movie. He goes, "Hey, how you doing, huh? Hey, hey, Paul, how's it going, man? How you doing, huh?" Oh my God! And I first of all, when I first met Pete, I thought Pete was putting it on. I thought he was just being a New Yorker, but no, he speaks like that for real. So I ask him questions. I don't really care about the answer. I just want to hear him talking. Oh yeah, man. When I'd hunt, got to hunt, go out with a gun. Have you got any guns in your part of the world, boy? No. Get yourself a gun. I'll learn how to use it. Pete, you ever been to the UK? You don't like. So, but hey, how you doing? I love that. I absolutely love it, and I love y'all. Hey y'all, how y'all doing today? I love this site. The New York all over you, and I want to do everything. I love it. Love America. Guys, listen, I've got a few minutes left. You got any questions? Oh, Julie's got 6 children. I bet you Christmas is a fortune, isn't it? Birthdays and Christmas. Can't wait. I'm gonna spoil them. I spoiled all my kids. My kids would come down on Christmas morning to a mountain of gifts. And it wasn't the gifts, it was just their faces. Oh, it's like drugs. You don't need any kind of medication when you see the surprise on a child's face Christmas morning. That was an American accent, Paul. I am totally Christopher, you can come to all of my shows. Uh, y'all is better than you guys, which is sexist. Well, how's it guys? Well, guys in the UK mean both sexes, so it's not sexist. Not sexist. You guys, it refers to both people. The guys in the UK. Well, it's an Americanism adopted by the UK, but it means people. It doesn't mean a specific genre of person. It means just people. Um, has your health improved? Hopefully, my health's okay. According to Roger, though, last night apparently he was mentioning that I had something wrong with my feet, but I don't have anything wrong with my feet. Maria, Maria, what have I told you, Maria? Maria Sparga Spaghetti. Listen, we haven't had Halloween yet. Do not mention Christmas. Where are we? Love to connect with you. Bex, feel free. PM me, and if I can help you in any way, I will. I can remember buying my daughter how to babysit grandpa. Where's the Great Road? I'll have a look at that, Ems. Guy stands for man, and woman means female. Well, not over here. Guys mean people. So if you say, "Hey guys," it means, for example, when I was in the catering business, when I was learning my trade as a waiter, or as an Americans call them, server, um, I would refer to the people at the table, "Good evening, guys. Lovely to see you. How are you?" And then everybody would go, "Hey, Paul, how are you?" You know, that doesn't mean a particular genre over here. It's Christmas 24/7, says Jenny. Okay. In here, spiritually, yeah. Physically, mm, we have Halloween. We have to enjoy Halloween. If you start talking about Christmas, you break the spirit of Halloween. Now, what's the very important spirit of Halloween? What what's the most important day of Halloween? Come on, Jenny. Don't ask your mother. Answer quickly in the comments below. What is the most important day of Halloween? What's it called? Okay, don't ask your mom. Don't ask. Mom, what's it called? I don't know. It's called All Souls Day. Now, if we jump right past that to Christmas, you've now disrespected All Souls Day, which is what I do. So you cannot disrespect All Souls Day or All Hallows Eve. Alrighty? So you're so bad. Oh, you're so bad. I can hear Maria now. Oh, you're just so bad. I'm gonna kick your bottom. Listen, guys, I promise you it's water. Okay, just water. But I have reached the end of the show. Don't forget, you have on Saturday coming, you have This Mug's For You with Roger and Faye. I haven't seen them on tonight, which is weird. Normally they're on. But Roger and Faye have got This Mug's For You. And Roger, thank you for your message. If you do watch the show later, I don't have anything wrong with my feet. I was trying so hard to think through the day about what that might have meant. You know, why sometimes messages mean something else, but I couldn't figure out. But the best way is to chatto. So join Roger at 10:30 Central Standard Time. I think it is. I think it's Central Standard Time. 10:30 in the morning here in the UK. 4:30 in the afternoon. For This Mug's For You, and with fingers crossed and a wee bit of luck, I should be on the show as well. Anyway, until I see you again, don't forget, take time out every day just for yourself. And I do mean that. Take time out every day just for yourself. Don't interact with anybody. Switch your cell phone off, switch your mobile phone off, turn it down, house phone off, and go and sit outside, go and watch the birds, go and breathe, go and sit under the stars and then absorb that energy and just enjoy. All right. Until I see you again, don't forget, communicate, appreciate, and validate everybody in your life so a medium never has to do it for you. Quite simply, turn to the people you love and tell them how important they are. And make sure you understand and make sure they understand. In my family, we don't go to bed at night without saying, I love you. Or we don't part without ever saying, I love you. And even my son, who's 27, I think, he still tells me he loves me. So, as far as I'm concerned, happy guy. Until I see you again, thank you. Thank you for all that you do. Please help me build this show. Please help me build it up to a phenomenon, because there's some great things going to be happening in the not too distant future. If you want to be a part of the Golden Circle, and I urge you to please be a part of it, just send me an email on paul@paulfrancis111.com. paul@paulfrancis111.com. And if you get lost there, just go directly to my website, paulfrancis111.com, and you'll see the links. Good night. God bless you. See you all soon.